All right, we
There was only
are
like
back.
there was only like 2 minutes of awkward silence there, so nothing too
Okay,
bad.
good, good. Man, you were taking forever to fill this water, aren't you? Jeez. Anyway, I'm trying to think of anything else going on. Just being sick. That's it, man.
Yeah, that'll take a lot out of you, so it's understandable that you haven't had much else going on. Excuse
Yeah.
me. Let's try it. Oh, there we go. Sorry.
No, it's just the problem is that there isn't. We ordered COVID tests, but they still haven't gotten here yet.
Yeah.
And I don't think they really have it. And then even the places here in town to get COVID tested. Okay, so we're gonna make fun of Tucson here a little bit, only because I know the weather that most people are going through right now. That's what makes this funny. So we saw in the news today. So the COVID testing sites were already really backed up. They were like the drive-through ones, and you had to have appointments and everything like that. And they were, I think, pretty far out, like time-wise. Like it was like 2 weeks or something like that, which kind of defeats the purpose. But whatever. And we, and like I said, we ordered the free ones you can get from the government, but they still haven't arrived yet. And there's none of the pharmacies have any here. So, but I think people are just stockpiling them, which seems like a weird thing to stockpile, but whatever. And we saw in the news today that they were canceling today and possibly the next 2 days of the drive-through COVID testing sites because of the weather. Okay. yeah, wait for it. Because the next couple days we may get to below freezing at night, not when they're open. But at night. So, yeah, they, needless to say, Tucson very much overreacts when it comes to the weather. So, luckily, Heather and I social distance just as a general rule of thumb, Yeah, maybe a little pasty. Heather and I don't go out that much anyways. And we always wear masks, and we stay away from people. I mean, we like to say it's because of COVID, but it's usually just because of people. And, so, and I might have already told the story, but so, Alexander's in junior high, and he's, apparently somebody that, and of course they can't and won't, and I understand, they won't say who, they'll never say like who had COVID or anything like that, but that he was directly exposed. We're like, okay, so, but he wears his mask, and he's vaccinated, so even if he gets it, it won't be as bad, hopefully, and so on and so forth, right? And then a couple days later, they sent a whole part of his 7th grade class home for the week. Because apparently they had a breakout, with the 7th graders. And, I mean, they're all little petri dishes. We all know that. So and then one day he got, like, it seemed like he kind of was congested and had a little bit of a cough. So Heather and I being, paranoid, we kind of quarantined him, which, by the way, not that hard to quarantine a teenage boy. Just, it's not that hard to be like, hey, why don't you hang out in your room where all your video games and computer and everything is? So, needless to say, I don't even know if he knew he was quarantined. We just didn't make him, come out and stuff, so. But he had one day that he kind of, like you said, was a little congested, and, and whatnot. So we were like, okay, well, he must be good, because like I said, it literally was just one afternoon. He was kind of meh, and it could have just been from the cold, or anything, whatever. Well, and then Heather and I started feeling crappy, and we're like, oh no. But it felt like a head cold, none of the traditional, what we think things were there, like we didn't lose taste, we didn't lose, which, I know isn't, 100% the medical proof or anything. But just in general, oh, Christ, okay. The huge horde of raiders is coming.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just going into game mode. I'm so tired of fighting with these guys. Alright, let's see. Northwest. So I'm going south, so that doesn't know. North and west. I think they're out here somewhere. Anyways, but, Heather and I started feeling crappy and whatnot, and then Pink Cacti got a little, like a little bit of it, like sore throat and cough and stuff like that. And, oh geez, they're right here. Holy jeez, okay. Oh my god. And like I said, I mean, our stuff just didn't seem to go away. I mean, any of you guys have been watching the videos or the streams for the last couple weeks have listened to me complain about not feeling good. But man, yeah, and a lot of people have been like, oh yeah, the new variant makes you really sore, makes your body really sore. And that is literally the last like 5 days, so, by the time we get the test, there won't be anything to test, but, But the two older boys, Randy, Wade, and Isaiah, nothing. Not even a sneeze, not even a sniffle, nothing, so. But once again, they're teenage boys, so they just kind of hang out with them, so. Oh, food poisoning. Man, this COVID's giving me the runs. Alright. Are you... Oh, man, there's a bunch of them in town. Okay. Please don't kill my cards. There's so many. Off. Oh, okay. Mike, I don't know if you know this, but there's rumors that they'll be back, so.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
It's a scuttlebutt around town, so. Alright, so we've got some scragglers here. 3 left. Okay. Oh, the worst part is I end up hitting my guards when trying to fight them. Pay no attention to that boat inside the building over there, people.
It happens.
It does. Where you at? Where you at, you dirty little raider? Well, where you hiding? Scared? Alright, right back here. This is where they started, was back here. I didn't see any. There could be like one scraggler, like one guy who overslept the raid.
Yoo-hoo, raiders.
Yeah. Now, Heather and I, she's convinced that we got COVID at the beginning. In February of 2020, Heather and I got horribly sick, like real bad. And this is really before, like, it was kind of on the news, but not really in February. And, yeah, we just got like a night, but also we have kids in school and they're all gross, so, God damn it, where is this guy? And, so yeah, we got real sick, and for the longest time, like I said, Heather was convinced that we had gotten COVID, like after the fact. And then, all right, this guy's pissing me off. Where's he at? And then, man, we were like, for the next year, we were good because, everything was on like massive lockdown and everybody was wearing masks and whatnot. And yeah, we didn't get sick for the longest time, really up until about now. You know, we'd have days where we felt like crap, but that's just, you know, poor diet and lack of any sort of thing that resembles exercise, you know. But, I do not know where this Raider's at.
Yeah, me either.
And our people will not come out of bed until he's dealt with.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Raider guy. Hope I break their campfires. It may not help, but it's very demoralizing. Okay, are you down here in the water somewhere? Are we being raided by Aquaman? What's happening here? Oh, who's that? Oh, never mind. That's the swan. We're good there. But yeah, but it was funny because like Heather's been feeling fine the whole week, and I've been just feeling like just absolute garbage. And like I said, Monday, like all day Saturday, all day Sunday, Monday was all really bad. And then, like I said, kind of like how like a fever breaks, and all of a sudden things get better pretty quick. That's how it happened. I just all of a sudden like felt better. And then the next day, you know, still a little sore and whatnot, but I wasn't, you know, in pain like I was the other times. And yeah, I woke up yesterday morning. I was like, okay, I feel decent. I feel, you know, okay. And then Heather woke up just feeling like absolute garbage. So apparently her body has this ability to where when I'm sick, she's gonna baby me. So her body just well, there we go. You know, puts it off, and then once I'm fine, then it's like, oh, he's fine, okay, and fall apart. So she was in bed most of the day yesterday. All right, let's yeah, I don't know. Like I said, because I've had people tell me that the new strain, I know like Darkwing Lance had it and stuff when he was in the hospital. And he says really the only thing that happened was he was just constantly like back pain, neck pain, and that's exactly what was going on with me. So it was a change of pace because, you know, I had the pain in the neck as opposed to being the pain in the neck. So
yeah, you're usually a little bit of a pain lower than that though. So
the right above the C4 vertebrae.
You're a pain in the buttocks.
Buttocks. Isn't that a city or a town in Mississippi? We had a movie, Matthew Broderick, Biloxi Blues. Isn't that what it was?
Biloxi.
Yeah. Right in the Biloxi, right there, right below the thighs, or above. Well, it depends on how you're built. You know, I'm not going to assume where everybody's Biloxi is. All right.
So the Washington football team has finally picked a name: the Washington Commanders.
The Commanders. I'm sorry. It's better than I know you don't really watch like football and stuff like that, but I do. But just hearing them be called the Washington football team for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
And here's the funny part: the Cleveland changed their baseball team, understandably, very smart. And the entire process, like from when they decided to do it till they made the announcement,
overnight.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks. The funny part is any new football team, like their names they always seem dumb. You know, any sports team when you first hear it. I mean, even to me, like, you know, even though I wasn't watching a ton of football, 'cause the funny part with football is I didn't care about it growing up. This isn't something I was a skateboarder. I was not into part of or anything organized sports. My freshman year of high school, I went out for football, and they had a thing back then called Hell Week, where it was usually the week before school started, and you practiced like 6 hours a day. And mind you, that means it was in August in Arizona. So yeah, it was rough, you know. I did the entire Hell Week, the real crappy part. And before I got to the part where, you know, you actually get to play the game and have fun, I was like, nah, not for me, and I left. So I just did the real crappy part. So, but no, when I was married, my ex-wife's was a only child, and because you know after they had her, they were like, ooh, no more. That's an ex-wife joke there, people. Whatever. And so yeah, her dad never had a son or anything like that. So once I came along, all of a sudden I got deemed, you know, the son-in-law, and I got hornswoggled. There's no better word for it. Hornswoggled into going to every University of Arizona home football game. Yeah, I ended up getting into it, liking the U of A and whatnot. So started rooting for them, and then I found myself watching the away games because you know I had sat and watched all the home games, so I might as well you know, kind of keep it going. And then on Sunday I was like, well, there's other football. I live in Arizona. I could like the Cardinals. And then next thing you know, now I'm like totally into it. This last season I kind of had a breakdown. I almost gave up. I was like, why do I put it? Every year I get excited and then I get let down. So I'm not even gonna bother. But yeah, I'm gonna bother. So. But yeah, the boys are weird. Isaiah is in football. He loves it. You know, it's his main thing. He actually just got a Letterman patch the other day. He doesn't have the jacket yet, but he got the patch. So yeah, he loves playing football. He man, nowadays it's insane. Okay, mind you, now we're in Arizona. This isn't like Texas, you know, like, you know, a football town where the whole school revolves around football or anything like that. This school's only 2 years old. I mean, he literally the COVID year, the 2021, 22 year. No, that would be now. Last year, 1920 was the first year of school even opened. His school opened to not being open, and so yeah, he had to be in football. He has to do 2021. Yeah, that year. Yeah.
Not 1920 like you said.
Yeah. 1919 to 1980. That was a good year. Shut up. Anyways, and so now, okay, he has to take weight training as a class every year he's in high school to be in football. But it kind of takes the place of like an elective type class. But the thing is, he wants to be a chef. That's his passion to get into. So to be able to take culinary, he had to take weight training in what they call 0 hour, which is not something they didn't have when I was a kid. But pretty much it's a class before school starts, so that he can do all the rest of the classes he needs. And so he goes to school. He's at school by like 7:15 in the morning, and then goes to school until 3:34. So, no, Rose, that's for the Patreons, Rose. You can become Patreon, Rose. Are you in the Discord? No, different Rose. If you want to become a Patreon, you get access to the Discord, and then you and Pasty can talk crap about each other. That'll be fun. And if any of you guys want to join the Discord to talk crap with Pasty, feel free. Check out the Patreon link. But yeah, so he has to go to this weight training. So I can't even imagine this. So before he does all of school, he lifts weights for 45 minutes. And I just can't even imagine that. And then he has to take a 6-period, kind of like a PE class, but it's like about like speed training and stuff. And he has to take those all year. And then, besides that, he has, actual football practice. Now, school gets out there, I want to say, about 3:30, right? And the after-school bus, I think, leaves around 5:30. So it's about 2 hours, give or take. But mind you, they get out at 3:30, then they got to go change out, they got to get in the field, they got to do that. And then, they got to go back, they got to change back into the regular clothes, and then make it to the bus by 5:30. So it admittedly, it does kind of cut into their time a little bit. Here's the thing. The coach doesn't care and actually just schedules practices beyond the bus leaving, which means every football player has to be picked up by their parents. Monday through Thursday. So, yeah, and sometimes he'll have practice go till 6. Sometimes he'll have practice go till, 7:30. So there are times that we pick up, many times we pick up Isaiah from school at 7:30. He leaves to go to school so he can catch the bus in the morning at 6:45. So he's not home for almost 13 hours. And then he gets home and he has to eat, he has to do his homework, he has to take a shower, and by that point, surprisingly, he's a little tuckered out. And there are times by 9:30 he's already crashed out in his bed, So yeah, man, more power to him. I had to do one crappy week in that, and I was like, this is dumb. So I don't think I've cared about anything enough in high school to spend 13 hours at school in any given day. But I probably know the answer to this, but Mikey, organized sports? None? Yes? Some?
Nope.
Not
none.
really? Not your thing? Yeah, me either.
No.
I did Little League as a kid for I don't know, I'm being maybe 2 years, 2 seasons. I don't know if I ever hit the ball. I'd be one of those kids that would be out in the outfield, staring at butterflies, and the ball goes whizzing past me, and I don't even look up. So I don't think anybody was all that heartbroken. All that heartbroken about me not being on the team the next season. So my brothers played a lot of kind of a softball, a mixed softball league, which in theory, could be fun, except I don't like getting really drunk in a dugout, so I don't know if that was necessarily my thing, because it seems like that's all they did, so. Alright. Need to build faster. I wish they could make it to where you could assign a couple builders to a build. Where'd you go? So. Beat outside while drinking is gross. Yep. Alright, so I got one sub today from Mikey during the introduction, and then everything kind of fell off there. So, alright, what do you need? You just picking up stuff? Okay.
Sorry, I scared everybody off. Huh?
It's okay. It was a hard act to follow. What could they do, right? You really shouldn't be drinking vodka before you're going to fly. Especially if you're the pilot.
Well, that'd stay their nerves,
No, I don't. No, there's not. No. Sports talk scared you away. Sorry. Oh, man. Yeah, but that's about it. I watch one team, or two teams, one college, one pro play football, and that's about it until right now when curling started. Woo!
Ooh.
Dan is the man. I'll be the judge of that. Thank you for the follow. Nope, no hockey, just curling. That's it. It's literally the only thing I care about in the Winter Olympics, and I'll be honest with you, that's more than I care about in the Summer Olympics. Hockey and soccer and basketball, though quick. Well, okay. Hockey and soccer is weird because, like, when it's weird to me that there could be something like it'll be like, oh, well, what was the score? 0-0. Great game. How? I don't get. You know. But yeah, no, they both. And then basketball, just like any game where like the max you can get is 3 points and the score is like 9,000 to 8,000. And I'm like, it's hard to get excited for 2 points when it's 109 to 109, you know, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, I guess it's tied. I will say, MIKEY, I used to watch a lot of boxing because I liked whenever a hockey game would like all of a sudden erupt in the middle of the boxing match. When they would put more gloves on and then go skating around. I like that. Okay. No, I don't know what it is. A few years ago, they, quite a few years ago, because it's only every 4 years for the Winter Olympics, I was watching curling, and I was like, God, it's such a weird sport. Why are they rubbing the ice? Stop that. It seems inappropriate. And then all of a sudden, boom, I accidentally learned how the game works, and I was like, okay, all right, it has like, I don't know, it has that raw watching bowling energy, you know?
Yeah.
And you know what? I think I was drawn to it for the same reason that people are drawn to bowling, is that I kind of look like the athletes. I'm just going to say that. You go look at the current American curling team, and there's at least 2 Modis on there. At least. So, yeah, check that out. But yeah, it's like watching curling. It is such a slow game. Oh, my God. Yeah, I get it. No. It's boring. I'm not arguing with anybody. I'm just saying. So. You don't check out curling.
You watch a lot more sports than I do. I don't watch any of those. I very briefly for a while watched baseball. But that was just because my mother was watching it, so I would watch it with her, and that was about it. But
yeah, I mean, I can see if you're into it, or you're doing with family or something like that. But, and that's the funny part. Like I was saying, is that Isaiah does all that stuff for football, and now mind you, the funny part is Alexander's talking about doing football, which he never really struck me as that until all of a sudden in the last couple months he shot up to 6'2", probably 190. He's way bigger than me, and well, I'm fatter than him, but he's way taller than I am, and yeah, and now he's talking about wanting to play and stuff like that, which is great. If they want to do that, if they don't, whatever. Hey man, and but the funny part is, neither one of them watches 1 minute of football. And honestly, with them, I think 100% it's Modi, for some reason I have a pick. Will your head in the curling team pick? That sounds right. That sounds good. I like that. Anyways, yeah, and I think it's just because they have YouTube attention spans where they everything's in kind of 20-minute chunks, 10 to 20-minute chunks. So watching a 4-hour. They also don't watch a lot of movies either for the same reason. So I said, hey buddy, what's your name?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay. Alright, well, bye. I'll miss you. Don't be a stranger. Of course, I don't know you, so you already are a stranger. Keep being a stranger. I'm good at this. So. No, but, anything in the Olympics, Mikey? You, any of that stuff ever get to you, both winter or regular?
Not really. Once in a while, you used to just vaguely watch stuff just because it was on, and that'd be about it. But I've really never been any sports person in general at all. I did go to 1 or 2 hockey games with a friend of mine, and I enjoyed actually being there. That was a bit more exciting than watching it on TV. But even then, it was like, okay, yeah, I'm here. That's fine.
Yeah. I think anything's a little bit more exciting if you're there. Like you're just kind of, because then you're kind of like engulfed in the kind of the camaraderie or the whole thing. Like, you know, everybody cheers and, you know, that type of thing. So I can see that, but.
For a while, I used to watch the X Games. That was something I used to vaguely enjoy watching.
Yeah. The funny part is I love skateboarding. Like, I did it for a decade, right? That was my thing in high school. And ironically, though, when I watched the X Games, and I really kind of like I'm really not that much in any of the winter X Games stuff, like the snowboarding and stuff. But I like the skateboarding. I like a lot more of the street stuff. But the funny part is, even though I was into skateboarding, I would watch, wait, what is the best trick you could do? I don't know. You can do a bunch of tricks. I think that's a little relative in reference to what the best trick is. I used to like doing, nollie 180 heel flips. Does that mean anything to you? So,
I recognize those words from Tony Hawk games.
There you go. Probably that, Pasty. Yeah. But I know I really like watching a lot of the BMX stuff in the X Games.
Okay.
Just because on TV it's bigger, you know. It's skateboarding. You know, the intricacy is interesting. The funny part is I've never really cared for like ramp skateboard, like vert and stuff like that.
I was gonna say that when I watched the X Games, that was about what I cared for. Watch was the vert. I like watching them. And
only it was because where, you know, growing up and what I was into, nobody had any ramps. You know, nobody built any ramps. So when we skated, we skated 100% street. I found Mikey. He's it. So yeah, the intricacy of, you know, doing a line of tricks, you know, down a curve and then a handrail and this and that, as opposed to just going back and forth on a, you know, a ramp. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I saw ramp, like vert ramp, you know, at skate demos, and live it's amazing but you know, when you watch it on TV, it kind of loses a little bit of its flair. So
yeah.
But yeah. When I skateboarded, Tony Hawk was not that big of a deal. Like, you know, he was big in the vert world and stuff like that, but you know, he was in a bunch of magazines. And then those video games came out. And those were fun. I actually have, God, I don't even know which one I have. I think I might have the newest one, which isn't very new, for the Xbox One. I have 5, but then the newest one was the remake of 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snowboarding, it's not bad. This is going to sound silly, but I had not a whole lot of exposure to the world of snowboarding where I live. We do have a ski resort. Up on the mountain, we have a ski resort. It's actually Heather learned on somewhere weird, like something. She learned that she learned, like, I want to say it was like, yeah, you know when your TV, if any of you guys have cable or anything like that, your TV pauses and it'll kind of do a screensaver thing. Well, ours just tells like dumb little factoids and little news blurbs and stuff like that. So it was she learned it on a weird thing. And anyways, it turns out the ski resort in Tucson is the most southern ski resort in the U.S.
Huh.
It's not open for an insanely long time, but once we get snow, it's open for a few weeks and stuff. So they have snowboarding there. But yeah, it was never anything I was really exposed to. And then it's weird because I love skateboarding and the board is attached to their feet. So, and the stuff that I really enjoy about skateboarding, they can't do. you can't, you're really not doing, kick flips and 360 flips and, yeah, in Colorado's huge, so. We have the White Mountains. Go ahead.
When it came to snowboarding for me, my only exposure to it was playing SSX, and that's about it.
SSX tricky. I have, I downloaded one of the SSX games on the Xbox One, and Heather watched me play it one day for like, I don't know, an hour and stuff. And I was bad at it, but it was funny. Because those games are so over the top.
Oh, yeah. That's what I liked about them.
Exactly. So
they were utterly ridiculous. And
you were really taking your sweet time building this building, aren't you? I hate how Mine Colonies builders build. Because they'll put a block on one side, then they'll walk all the way to the other. Because they do it in like a pattern, back and forth and back and forth. But yeah, I think it's what takes a lot of their builds so damn long to do is they have to a big build because they have to walk back and forth, place a block, walk all the way back, place a block. But no, I like those games. I remember. Okay, and it's funny because we're actually talking about the band that you guys can hear in the stream. I used to be in a band. This is not one of my joke ones. This is actually. I was in a band called. Christ, what was the name of the band? Good Talk Russ. No. Christ. Loudmouth Soup. That's what it was called. Okay. I was actually in a band called Loudmouth Soup, which then later became a band called Good Talk Russ, which then later became a band called Fort Worth that you guys are listening to for the last hour and 38 minutes. So like Greg, who's the singer of the band, the band that I was in, he was the singer and the drummer, which is always just awkward because you never know where to look when you go see him in a show. And then I played guitar, and then Jeff, who's also in the band you're hearing, playing guitar, was in that one. And then there was another guy who played bass, who's not in it. And I can remember at least a handful of times, because we would all practice at Greg's house. We'd go over there, and, Greg and Jeff both lived in the house, and then I would come over, and the bass player would then come over. And the bass player a lot of time would be late, so while we were waiting, we would start playing Tony Hawk 2 to give you an idea of when this band was. It was a while ago. We'd start playing Tony Hawk 2 while we were waiting for the bass player to show up. And then when the bass player got there, we would just keep playing Tony Hawk 2, and there was at least 3 or 4 times in a very small window of time where it was like, oh crap, I gotta, because I was married at the time and had had the girls, they were little. So yeah, I had to get home, and so yeah, there would be times we'd have band practice and I never take my guitar out of the case. So because we were playing Tony Hawk 2. And that was the only game. That was the only game that did that, so. Oh my god, where'd this guy go? He's making headway. Slowly. I was hoping this build would be done by the end of the stream. Never played on stream. No, those type of games, I have enough trouble playing this game and talking at the same time. Playing a game where I'm going to pay attention to that, it's literally just going to be you guys watching me dead silent play a game horribly.
And stopping himself from swearing when he's, just at something.
Oh, you mean guitar? No, God, I haven't picked up my guitar.
Oh.
He was talking about guitar, but yeah.
Oh, he actually has played that on stream once or twice.
Yeah, but more just to make goofy noises than anything else.
Yeah, but that's still playing. I mean, it's still,
I mean, I guess technically, if you want to get down to brass tacks, sure, but no. I played in punk rock bands, so I'm not that good because I really just learned what I needed to learn to be able to play in the bands I wanted to be in. So, but yeah, no, Heather and I are bad. She has a really nice Ibanez bass, and then she also has like this little pink knockoff Strat. She got it because it was pink. And then Heather got me a Epiphone Les Paul for my birthday a few years ago. Love that guitar. And then I had picked up an Epiphone SG somewhere, way less money than it should have been. So, literally, even like our amps, my amp from a pawn shop, her amp, she actually got at a yard sale. But man, yeah. The funny part is they're right on the other side of my computer, and I have not picked up that guitar in. I think I'd get sad if I really thought about the last time I picked it up. Not counting moving it when we moved them from the bedroom into my office. But no, I get that itch.
She plays the violin, you play the guitar. You guys could form a weird band together.
Yeah. That's some weird two-piece Mumford and Sons type of cover band. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Except for it would be like Mumford and Friend. Hey, my gents, how you doing?
Hey, my gents.
Yeah, I very much in the last couple of years come to grips where those goofy teenage dreams I have very okay, in a very okay way, put those to bed. So my days of touring in a punk rock band dreams, I'm okay with them being gone. In my mind, going to be late. I am just now leaving the bed. Oh, okay. All right. Everybody, just so you guys know, wow, that is weird. Both the cats are done, but she's just leaving the vet now, 45 minutes later. Oh, jeez, okay. Drive safe, honey. She won't be home for another 20 minutes.
Okay, so we'll be out for a few minutes afterwards, and until she's ready if she wants or something like that.
Yeah. Heather, are you set up to go? Because I could go to your setup screen if you wanted to, and that way we could raid over to that. So, which one? Is there a villager? There's a villager in our town. There's a weird guy here. No, you're not set up. Okay.
A trader, from I forget what mod he's from.
Yeah. Oh no, I get that, Pacey, but they called her basically telling her that the cats were ready to go. So that's why I'm surprised, because it was like 8:30. It was an hour and 15 minutes ago that both cats were done. So. Either way, okay. Heather's going to be a little late, but if everybody could make sure to just kind of stick around. Show some love. And, is what we're talking
about? I don't know. Something musical related, probably.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But what we were.
Make them become Patreon. What, the cats? The kittens? No.
Excuse me.
See, hon, I told you I would have went and got them after my stream. Sorry that you're going to be late. All right. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to look at some decorations because we need to get some other fun stuff in here. Let's see. What about fences and gates and graves and Kelp Farms? What does the Kelp Farm 2 look like? That's a pretty cool looking little build. Not little, but it's, I don't know how it's a Kelp Farm. Where the hell's the kelp at? Wouldn't the Kelp Farm need kelp? Oh, okay, it's under it. I'm with you. I got you. All right, let's go see if we can find a place to put this. Yep. Oh, the vet. You went. You can sleep if you want to. You can sleep if you want to. Leave your friends behind. If they don't sleep, they're probably zombies. They're no friends of mine. All right, well, I think we'll maybe put the Kelp Farm, if it'll fit, right here, because, farm, fisherman, Kelp Farm is the connection in the middle.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Just go along with it. Don't make it weird.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, true, yeah.
Yeah, see?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see. Can we move this forward one? Okay. That should actually fit perfectly. Now the question is, dry kelp box is a good source of fuel. Oh, okay, thanks, Jack. Why don't we come over like that, and then we might be able to put something here. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to have Mariah do this because she's right up at the top of this hill. Let's go see if we have the stuff to help Mariah build our little kelp farm. I forgot that there was other builds like that in here. So, all right, let's see what we need. Cobble and torches. Coarse dirt. Let's look and see. Alright, there we go. Wait, we need kelp for this?
Imagine that. You need kelp for a kelp farm.
They're so needy, all of them. Alright. Oak fence,
Yeah,
oak log, oak
why don't they
plank,
go out
oak
and get the
slab.
kelp themselves?
I
darn it.
know, Michael. Slackers. Considering the fact that I had to go get the rabbits for the rabbit guy. I mean, that's really kind of just his one job. And,
That was an adventure.
Yeah, it was.
Not a fun adventure, but it was an adventure.
No, not at all. Oh wait, what was that? It was a. How do I make that? I gotta remember. Oak wood. Is it? Yeah. Okay. I thought so, but it wasn't 100% sure. All right, now sands. Don't. God, these guys keep pushing me. They keep pushing me. All right, let's get rid of that.
We've got a villager stuck by our house, the tradering villager.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he fell in one of the water parts on the bridge area. Going into our
It's
house.
ours now. I don't remember what I needed. I'll just grab a bunch of spruce stuff until I get what I need. 6 spruce fence. Alright, and that should be that. Alright. Clean this stuff up. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
So I think she's gonna be digging for a while. Let's go back here. Yeah. God, we run out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Now, quick
Okay.
question. You haven't seen the new Ghostbusters yet, have you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, did you? Okay. It's not
Yeah.
on a streaming service. You basically bought it or rented it or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. Heather and I actually saw that in the theater. We really enjoyed it. So
Yeah. I thought it was really good too. It was a little slow at first, but once it got going, it really took off. And
yeah, I completely agree. It was a lot of build up. I think the payoff was good. Exactly, my gens. Yeah.
it sounds like they have some plans for the future. So hopefully they do actually make more in that continuity and continue with it. 'Cause
Yeah. I thought Paul
like they have
Rudd did
plans.
great.
Oh yeah.
I mean, technically he was supposed to be the what's Rick Moranis style character, the goofy comic relief and things like that.
A bit of that, yeah. He was a bit of that, a bit of the Bill Murray character, a bit of. It was a
Yeah,
little bit of a
I
comedy
can see that.
character.
I can see that. Yeah. What movie? Ghostbusters, the new one. So.
Yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yep. Oh god, I forget that has an extra name. No, I'm excited to watch that one again. And
Well, it's not a remake. It's actually a continuation of the original.
yeah,
movie.
yeah. If you like the originals, I feel they did a pretty good job. I feel they did a pretty good job of honoring the originals. Okay, so and I know a lot of people freaked out. With the for lack of a better term, the all-girl Ghostbusters. I didn't hate it. It had nothing to do with I wasn't a big fan of some of the characters. I just didn't like Kate McKinnon's kind of Egon character.
Yeah, I love. I personally loved the movie, but I know some people didn't, and that's fine.
Oh,
What I hated was people that automatically. What bothered me was people that automatically hated it just because it had women in it. Basically.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, that had
get over
nothing to do
yourself.
with it. And that's
and
that was always the tricky part because it was like, come on, stop. I mean, who cares? I mean, if it's a good movie, it's a good movie. I wasn't a huge fan of it personally, so there was always this part of me in my back of my mind where I'm like, where I feel like I have to be like, oh, that Ghostbusters, oh, I didn't like it, but not because it was girls, just in some of the writing and the way that the show was or the movie was portrayed did not, for my liking, da 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 da. But ew, I felt I really had to have a disclaimer with that one. So, but no, this one is, they're never going to call it Ghostbusters 3, but it's technically, it's in that world. It's in the same world as Ghostbusters 1 and 2, which of course, amazing movies.
Just set like 30 or 40 years later or whatever.
Yeah, it's modern day and stuff.
Yeah.
It has to do with, I'm not going to go too much into it, but
don't want to say too much
But yeah, no, it's directly connected to the other movies and whatnot. So, no, I can remember Heather and I went to see it, and there's a here in town. There's a one of those. My brain's stopping. One of those movie restaurants where you go in a little bit before a little bit more before the movie. You actually order food, and they actually have really good food there. I've had burgers there. I've had chicken strips there. I'm trying to think of what Heather had. Heather's had a couple of different things. And then, of course, they have, endless gourmet popcorn and free drink refills, and you have, a waiter and the whole deal. And then, they have the big plush seats, and they did really good social distancing there where they had, clumps of people around, so you were still kind of, on your own type thing. And, we saw it there. And I just remember sitting there grinning like an idiot through the entire thing. Just little Easter eggs and that type of stuff. And just sitting there kind of leaning forward, just just a dumb grin on my face. We have here. It's called Roadhouse Cinema. I think there's only one of them in Tucson. And like I said, it's kind of pub food, kind of, bar and grill type food. And, at the most part, burgers and pizzas and wings and chicken strips and stuff like that. They have a bar in the lobby area. Normally where you would see the snack bar, they have a bar that you can sit down and drink and whatnot. And then they'll actually serve you at your, I don't drink, but they have that stuff there. And then, like I said, they have what are called gourmet popcorns, so they have all kinds of different flavored popcorns, and they bring them to, those big mixing bowls like you see in restaurants. That's what they bring the popcorn in. And then they have gelato and desserts and stuff like that, and all the stuff can be ordered straight. And if you want, you can actually go into the lobby and sit down at a table and eat dinner there like a normal restaurant too. So, okay, well, Kelp Farm's done. I thought could have swore there was a little bridge involved in this, but apparently not. It's kind of cool. The kelp's in there, but we've also got fish in there. That looks good. So yeah, if you guys have a chance, obviously when things are less insane, go You have one of those places anywhere, or you like you go out of town or anything like that, and you go to a place that has them. Go check them out. I know, Mikey, you're still waiting on going to movie theaters.
Yeah. But the one theater I used to go to, one of the Cineplexes, one of the theaters in the Cineplex was turned into one like that, similar type of thing.
Oh,
okay. They converted a section of it to a bar, a little area, and they had the place where they had the food back there, and you'd order the food. I went when the movie The Wolverine came out. I saw that there.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, we try and go there because it really kind of, when Heather and I try and get out, we don't mind going there because we like the food. And then it's not that case of like, okay, well, we're going to go eat, and we're going to estimate, okay, well, it'll take us this long to eat, then drive over there, so we'll get our tickets for this time. Because inevitably we're either insanely rushing, or we're sitting at the movie. We get to the movie theater like 45 minutes before the previews even start.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go there. The concept is you show up they say to show about half an hour early. They still have, things playing, like the trivia and all that stuff, those kind of like screens and whatnot. And you have a waiter that comes up, and you have menus. You take the order, and they put it in. Then usually a lot of time we'll get there early enough where we'll get our food about when the movie starts, and then we eat. And then you have a little call button if you want them to come back and. Oh, really? That's crazy. And they'll basically, if you push your button because you want to refill on your soda, you push the button if you want to order something else or get dessert or get popcorn or whatever else. And yeah, it's really not that distracting or anything like that. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, I really like it. But anyways, all right. Well, you know what? I don't know if Heather's home. If she is, she might have rushed into the bedroom to kind of start getting set up. So.
No, McVay did a button so that they pee for you.
They bring you a bedpan, and then they hold a blanket over you and look away as they hold it. So. No, we took the kids there. I know we took the kids to see Black Panther there. And then I know Heather and I have probably gone there with or without the kids maybe 4 or 5 times. We've gone to other theaters too, a lot of time. Because like I said, we probably passed, I'd say 5 or 6 decent sized, Cineplexes, movie theaters on the way to this one. So it's very much not like the easiest or the most convenient, but the toilets and the seats, that's gross. You're in the middle. You're like in the middle of a sweet, scene where, mom's on her deathbed and the daughter finally makes up with her and is holding her hand as she and you just hear that coming from 2 rows back.
God.
You hear flushing, You don't want to do that. It makes Terms of Endearment a much different movie. So, but yeah, there's other theaters we go to that we like if we're not doing the dinner thing. So, but that one is a nice place, kind of a special thing to go to. So, all right, well, we're gonna start wrapping things up. Because, like I said, Heather has to get home and then get set up. Plus, that way, I might be able to give her a hand with the kittens when she gets home, so that she's not having, because she has to. They're in the carriers, but she's got to get them in the bedroom, and they're not going to be happy about that. And the dogs aren't going to be happy they can't go in the bedroom. So, all right, guys. Well, we got Mikey's resub, and but that's it. Hopefully, maybe in the second stream, we're going to be playing a new pack today. So, I hope you guys will come join us for that. Heather should be up momentarily. I'm still going to raid. I don't know if it'll work without her streaming, but we'll find out, won't we? But make sure you guys stick around and show her some love. And yeah, so I want to thank Mikey for not only the sub, but for coming and hanging out with me and chit-chatting with me today. And,
you're welcome.
And yeah, Mikey, any parting words?
Just Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and that's about it.
Okay. Mikey's going to go take a nap. Maybe, possibly. And, yeah, so. All right, guys. Once again, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Everybody on the YouTube side, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. Come become a Patreon. It's early in the month. Do we still have a 7 Days to Die server? No, we don't. But we do have 12 Minecraft servers. We have our Discord where you can come and hang out with everybody and be in the streams with us on Saturday and all that fun stuff. We would love for you guys to come join, even if we don't have a 7 Days to Die server. Yeah, don't forget to check out Host Havoc for all your server needs. Till next time, I want to thank you all so much for hanging out, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.